guys, now I'm going to make a recipe that it's one of these that I'd scribbled down on a piece of paper, and I'm not sure where I originally got it from, but it was somewhere out in the land of Google, and it was from a cookbook from the 1930s. It was like a Great Depression cookbook, and Mrs. Gail Hopkins originally did this recipe in 1930, and it's called an emergency cake. Now I'm assuming the reason it was called that is because it's really easy. You just shove everything into one bowl, mix it up, and it's all things that you'd quite often have in your pantry for those emergency situations where cake is absolutely crucial.
111, what's your emergency?
I need cake! You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to start preheating the oven at 175 degrees Celsius or about 350 Fahrenheit. Then in our bowl I'm going to add 1 3/4 cups of flour, just plain flour. You can even, if it is that much of an emergency, you can even just bypass the sieving of it, but I'm going to sieve it. 1/4 teaspoon or flip like that of salt. 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 cup of sugar. Yeah, that is quite a bit of sugar. Feel free to reduce it down if you want to. The original recipe called for 1/3 cup of shortening. If you've got that, use it. If you've got butter, use that. If you're me, you use cheap table spread. Doesn't have to be melted or anything, just pop it in straight from the fridge. 2/3 cup of milk. Doesn't matter if it's full cream or trim milk. You can even, the first time I made this, I actually used whey left over from making my Greek yogurt instead of milk, and it was beautiful. So you can replace the whey from making yogurt with the milk. We need 1 egg. Don't spurt it all over the bench as you crack it, and don't put the shell in there either. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Of course I just use the imitation stuff. As far as ingredients go, that is it. Now we just whisk those together. You want to mix them really well for a couple of minutes until they are really, really well combined and looking nice and smooth. That is just looking lovely and smooth. Pop that in the oven. As I say, 175 degrees for about 25 minutes, or until the skewer comes out clean. We'll see you back here. Okay, I've just pulled that out of the oven. Look at that, that is beautiful. Just going to give it a few minutes to cool off, otherwise I'm going to burn myself chopping it. Alright, now look at that, that is just beautiful. You can even make 2 of these and make like a double layer, with icing in the middle if you want to get fancy. Look at that, that is just lovely and spongy. It smells buttery and yummy. Right, I'm going in. It is so soft. It is soft. The first tasty in your mouth is the butteriness. Even though I made it with cheapy table spread, so I imagine if you made this with actual butter, that would be so much nicer too. But you can really taste it. The butteriness, the sweetness. I mean, as I said, reduce the sugar down if you want to. I actually haven't, normally with my recipes, I do reduce the sugar down. This one I haven't, because I don't know that it would quite be the same without that cup of sugar in there. But that is just, it's beautiful. You can taste the vanilla essence in there. It is just a lovely, buttery, sweet, plain, vanilla-y cake. It is really, really nice. It'd be really nice with like maybe lemon zested through it. I mean, it could be a blank canvas. You could ice it with just about whatever you wanted. You could try adding some cocoa powder in there, give it a bit of a chocolate twist. You could chuck some raisins in there, put some chocolate chips in, try mixing fruit through it, but it is just on its own, it is beautiful. This disappears so quick in my house, which is a good thing because otherwise I'd just scoff it all. But yeah, I really recommend you give this a go, guys, because it is just so simple. It is so easy and it is so yum. So yeah, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, subscribe, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.